If your wife has been looking happier lately, but has stopped complaining about your flaws, this might be the most dangerous sign in your marriage. 71% of married women admit they've seriously regretted their marriage at least once. But we never say it directly. Instead, we send signals. Subtle but deadly accurate signals. I'll reveal 6 signs that mean one thing. Your wife has mentally divorced you already. She just hasn't found a way to tell you yet. If you're ready for this brutal truth, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell, because honest conversations about female psychology in marriage like this one are rare. Drop a comment below what city you're watching from. Let me know if you're brave enough to face what's really happening in your marriage. Sign number 3 is so obvious that if you see it, you have 6 months maximum. And sign number 6, after that, saving the marriage becomes nearly impossible. But there are exceptions. Signal number 1, she stopped complaining. Here's the paradox most men miss. You think it's good news when your wife stops nagging. The house gets quieter, she stops nitpicking, fewer demands. You finally get peace, right? Wrong, this is code red. When a woman complains, she's still fighting for the relationship. When she goes silent, she's already mentally checked out. Complaints are cries for help. Silence is surrender. The psychological truth: when women stop complaining, we've redirected our emotional energy elsewhere. We're building independence, making plans that don't include you, preparing for a life where your participation is optional. This isn't about being tired or stressed. This is about losing hope that you'll ever change. When a woman stops asking for help, stops requesting improvements, stops expressing frustration, she's not becoming more understanding. She's becoming emotionally detached. Red flags to watch for: everything's fine when clearly it's not. No more requests for help or changes. Indifference to your plans or decisions. She handles everything herself without mentioning it. Conversations become purely functional. No emotional reactions to your behavior anymore. Signal number 2, future plans without you. Listen carefully to how your wife talks about the future. Does she say I instead of we? This isn't grammar, it's psychology. When the kids are older, I want to travel. Not, we want to travel. I'm thinking about going back to school. Not, we should discuss this. I might change careers next year. Not, what do you think about us? When a woman is happy in marriage, her future automatically includes her partner. When she regrets it, her subconscious starts editing you out of the picture. Women don't wake up one day and decide to leave. We practice leaving in our minds first. Every solo plan, every independent decision, every I instead of we is a small step toward emotional divorce. The scariest part? By the time you notice this pattern, she's often already months or years into mentally planning her exit strategy. Watch for these patterns: career decisions made without consultation, financial planning that excludes joint goals, retirement dreams that don't include you, hobby pursuits that create separate social circles, geographic preferences discussed as solo choices, life goals framed in individual terms. Signal number 3, social distance in public. This one's brutal because everyone can see it except you. When a woman regrets marrying you, she unconsciously creates physical and social distance in public. She avoids holding your hand, sits separately at events, introduces herself without mentioning you. It's not conscious. It's her body language revealing what her mind won't admit. She's embarrassed to be associated with you. This social distancing happens because internally, she's already separating her identity from yours. She doesn't want to be seen as half of a couple she regrets being part of. Physical signs to watch for: no touching or affection in public. Doesn't laugh at your jokes anymore. Introduces herself individually, not as a couple. Seems uncomfortable when you show affection publicly. Sits or stands apart from you at social events. Doesn't defend you or support your stories. Flirts with or allows others to flirt with her. Talks about herself without mentioning family context. Signal number 4, emotional affair has begun. This is the point of no return, and it's not always what you think. Your wife doesn't need to sleep with someone else to emotionally cheat. She just needs to find the emotional connection she's missing at home. Maybe it's a coworker who really understands her. Maybe it's an old friend from high school she reconnected with online. Maybe it's someone from her gym, her book club, her evening classes. The danger isn't physical attraction, it's emotional intimacy. Women fall in love through emotions first. If her heart is connecting with someone else, even just as friends, you're already losing her to them. This emotional affair fills the void that should be filled by you. She's getting validation, understanding, support, and intellectual stimulation from another source. Once that emotional dependency transfers, the marriage becomes just a legal arrangement. Signal number 5, children become the only connection. When a woman regrets her marriage but can't leave, children become both the anchor and the prison. All her emotional energy goes to the kids. You become a co-parent, not a husband. Every conversation revolves around school events, activities, and child-related logistics. Your needs as a couple, ignored. Date nights. We can't leave the kids. Intimacy. I'm too tired from dealing with the children. The tragic irony is that women who over-focus on children to avoid dealing with marriage problems often create the very instability they're trying to prevent. Kids sense the tension. They feel the emotional distance between parents. This hyper-focus on children serves as both an escape from marital problems and a justification for staying in an unhappy marriage. "I'm doing this for the kids" becomes the mantra that allows her to avoid confronting the real issues. But here's the heartbreaking truth. When those children grow up and leave home, there's nothing left of the marriage. The woman realizes she's been living for everyone except herself, and the resentment becomes overwhelming. Signal number 6, complete indifference to your efforts. The final and most definitive signal. When your wife stops reacting to your attempts to improve the relationship, you're facing either the end or your last chance for radical change. Gifts don't bring joy. Romantic gestures get polite thank yous, but no real emotion. Apologies are accepted with a shrug. Promises to change are met with, "Sure, whatever." This is beyond anger or frustration. Anger means she still cares enough to feel something. Indifference means the emotional connection is completely severed. But here's where it gets crucial. There are 2 types of indifference. Type 1. Recent shutdown. The indifference appeared recently. There are still occasional flashes of the old emotions. She sometimes gets upset about your actions. This can potentially be reversed with massive, immediate changes. Type 2. Deep freeze. Complete emotional disconnection. No reactions to anything you do. Living like roommates. This is usually too late. The difference? Type 1 means she's protecting herself from more disappointment. Type 2 means she's already grieved the end of your marriage and moved on emotionally. If you recognized your situation in these signs, this isn't the end, it's a wake-up call. Some marriages can be saved, but only through radical changes, not cosmetic ones. If this opened your eyes to something you've been missing, smash that like button. It helps other men see this truth before it's too late. Subscribe for more brutally honest insights about marriage and female psychology that you won't hear anywhere else. Drop a comment below and tell me, which signal hit you the hardest? What city are you watching from? The uncomfortable reality is that most men don't see these signs until it's too late because they're not looking for them. You're focused on external problems, work, money, stress, while missing the internal collapse of your wife's emotional investment in the marriage. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is let go. If a woman is emotionally dead to you, forcing her to stay only increases everyone's suffering.